In a practice setting, for example, where there is little to no medical support present and available, coaches have an immensely important role to play in player welfare and should have good knowledge of how to recognize concussion and manage it.
A scientific paper involving amateur rugby players showed that roughly half the players would more likely seek advice from their coaches or would report a potential concussion to their coaches, as opposed to medical staff. A disturbing finding in this paper was that more than a quarter of the coaches and referees surveyed mentioned that they had seen other coaches allowing potentially concussed players to continue playing. Another disturbing finding was that almost 40% indicated witnessing other coaches pressurizing a potentially concussed player to continue playing, and 28% had seen coaches pressurizing medical staff for the very same reasons. This is definitely not the way to go in dealing with concussions, especially with #VisionZero in mind.
Because you are such an important link in the prevention chain, coaches, keep an eye out for any of your players who are not quite themselves, especially after taking a knock to the head, and make good player safety decisions. Players, be honest with your coaching staff, fellow teammates, and your families by reporting any signs and symptoms of concussion that you might be experiencing. Even remove yourself from the practice or the match if necessary. As a player, you have an equally important role to play in achieving #VisionZero by being honest about this so that zero concussed players are missed and then left on the field when they really should be off it. Be responsible for your health and future. Learn what signs and symptoms to look for and don't miss any of these. Signs: dazed, vacant, or blank expression. Lying motionless on the ground or very slow to get up. Unsteady on feet. Balance problems or falling over. Poor coordination. Loss of consciousness or lack of responsiveness. Confused or not aware of plays or events. Grabbing or clutching of the head. Convulsions. More emotional or irritable. Symptoms. Headache. This is probably the most common symptom. Dizziness. Confusion or feeling slowed down. Struggling with or blurred vision. Nausea or vomiting. Fatigue. Drowsy. Feeling in a fog or difficulty concentrating. A feeling of pressure in the head. Sensitivity to light or noise. Memory loss of events before, during, or after the game or practice.